How is everyone doing today? And in this video, we are going to be talking about one of the characters that I guess a lot of people had on their list to be one of the worst characters, one of the characters that you don't want to pick up from your ticket, or by far one of the worst investments when it comes to having them on your account. And we should already know who we're talking about today, because today we're going to be looking at Jianxin. And Jianxin, I see so many people, and I'm going to have to take responsibility too for saying that she was by far one of the weaker characters, but that couldn't be far from the truth. Today we're going to be testing her out on bosses and also in the trades domains to show her the different aspects of how this character works. But before we do all of that, let's take a word from our sponsor. Before we get into the rest of what we have to talk about today, I'd like to mention the sponsor for today's video, which is Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a free-to-play RPG with a multitude of exciting game modes spanning between both PvE and PvP. Raid Shadow Legends also has an expansive list of over 800 characters to collect from, each with an endless amount of ways to customize and build your champions, allowing any style of player, whether you want to play the game casually or compete, to be one of the best, up for you to decide. Raid Shadow Legends is actually giving not only a free legendary and 2 additional strong epic heroes, but also a chance to win a free gaming console. And if that wasn't enough for you, well, there's even a chance to win Amazon gift cards with a total value of $10,000 and many other prizes. And now that I got your attention, if you want to have a chance at winning any of these prizes, we are currently celebrating the arrival of spring in Talaria with a spring hunt minigame, which ends on May 30th. You will need to find hidden items in Raid Shadow Legends and then head to the springhunt.polarium.com URL and enter your raid ID and get ready to start searching for some missing items, which could lead you into one of the grand prizes or to obtain huge resources for your account, which this is one of Raid's first times doing such a big giveaway, so you do not want to miss out on this. And not only that, Raid Shadow Legends is actually hosting community weeks, which allow you to obtain a legendary champion, which is Chronicler Adeline, and all you have to do is log in for 7 days between now and July 8th, and she's a top tier support you do not want to miss out on. You get a huge starter pack, including getting a epic champion Teriel, and upon reaching level 25 gives you another starter pack that includes the epic Rector Draft, but you only can obtain these rewards if you use my link in the description or QR code in the corner. After downloading the game using my link, make sure to use the promo code SPRINGHUNT24 to get a huge boost when you start your journey today. And also make sure to join my clan RNG Gremlins, so if you're excited to take the journey with me in Raid Shadow Legends, go ahead and join it. Thank you Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the video. Now that we're back in the video, Jianxin is definitely by far, and I don't know why it's raining, it got really dark out of nowhere, but Jianxin is by far one of the craziest characters to have on this game, specifically because she quite literally lowers the difficulty of your game. Imagine Wuthering Waves, let's say, being hard for the most part, and now it's basically put on medium or maybe even easy, depending on how you are playing Jianxin, because not only does she have a shield as a part of her forte circuit, but she also has an invulnerable parry that you can hold for quite some time that gives you free damage and allows you to reverse, or not kind of reverse, but do some damage back as the enemy is about to hit you. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do, and not only that, you have a really nice ult that groups up enemies and allows you to do some really crazy combos, either comboing it with your forte circuit or maybe even just bringing out another character using their ult, and now they're doing a fat ton of damage on everybody on the field. We're going to be showcasing all of this, and we're going to be showing you how this all works. So I'm super excited to just say that, yeah, Jianxin is just a super good character, and I'm going to show you how, I guess you can say, crazy she is when it comes to the amount of times you can parry with her kit by itself. And not only because you have the basic parry that you do when attacking, but her ultimate can easily abuse the parry window that a lot of the bosses have, because her ultimate hits so much. And then not only that, we also have a forte circuit that lowers the damage we take and also gives us increased resistance to knockback and gives us a shield, so that we don't have to worry about getting hit that many times from the boss when it comes to going into our other characters. So we're going to go ahead into the Thundering Memphis, and I'm going to use the skill here, and we can hold it, free parry. Look at that. That is absolutely nasty that you get a free invulnerable parry with Jianxin. And not only that, here's our shield. Now the shield on the boss doesn't do the craziest amount of damage because I don't have her built for the most part, but look at that. That's a nasty amount of shield, almost half my health for the most part. And if he wants to attack me, he's gonna see that, well, I'm not losing any health from this whole combo that he's doing. So it quite literally doesn't matter. He did the whole string. That did not hit me. But the one cool thing about her, not only parry, but for her ult, here's a counter there. And now that the parry window is there for the boss, throw the ult. That's a free parry. That's a free parry. You see how many parries we got with Jianxin with just her ult alone? Like, that's the really cool thing about it. And not only that, she has really good synergies with other characters like Jian. If we switch back into Jianxin, look at that. One hit from Jian. Another hit from Jian comes up as well. I think we already hit through both. But holy crap, can you abuse a lot of the stuff in her kit to just overall give you not only invulnerability to a lot of the damage you would have been taking, but overall more shield. You also get a heal for the whole team as well with her ultimate. And you get to tick down the boss while you're putting on a shield that's helping you out. Like, there's just a lot of really cool stuff that you can do with Jianxin on the team. And not only just making bosses look like absolute, like, a child's play, but also making it so that the overall bosses or the overall enemies, you're basically deleting them with that big AoE that she does have by herself. And then taking her into, let's say, a trace domain for the most part. Let's just go here. And we go inside, we use the ultimate, and just gonna do a nasty amount of grouping that's going to allow you to be able to either use her forte circuit with it, doing a lot of damage all at the same time while providing a shield plus a heal. But also you can change into another character, maybe even like Jian, maybe even Kaokoro, and you will be able to use their ult, their attacks, and while everyone's grouped up, everyone's taking the damage at the same time. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do with these characters, especially when they're grouped up together. So let's go ahead, try to get, oh, this is one with only 2 people in it. No. Oh, actually, here, that works kinda. We're gonna group them up. Now they're grouped up together. Guess what? Jian can just do absolute work, and bam, they're both gone. I love that. That is such a good thing about Jianxin that she's able to do, because she's able to just make the quality of life for a lot of the different modes that you're going to be doing, a lot of the different bosses that you're going to be fighting. She gives you a second life with that shield. No one else in the game does that for the most part, if I am not wrong. And not only that, she does her own damage. She has a parry window that lasts for a very, very long time. And not only is that, is she's invulnerable to the knockback that she's in while she's doing her stance and leveling up her shield. She's doing some explosive damage while those ticks or each level is going by. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do with Jianxin, and clearing out a lot of the overworld, having the shield, making it so that you have a healer on the team and she's doing damage at the same time. We're going to go ahead and show this off right here. That's 1 tick, that's 2 ticks, and that's 3. They're all basically dead. That dude died, the other guy turned into an echo, and it only took a couple basic attacks before I got that on. And this is with the Jianxin with almost no echo. She barely has crit rate at the current moment. She has not even a full set at the current moment for her with her 4-piece or 5-piece, my bad, arrow set. She has a minimally invested echoes, +0, +0, not even the right set, +0, another +0. So the only thing we have is this monkey right here, and that's practically it. She's doing that much damage, providing that much shield, and also doing the things that she does with her grouping, her invulnerability during that parry window. And that parry window is very, very generous for the most part. All you're doing is holding your skill, and this long. For as long as she keeps this stance, is that long. And for you to see the parry window from the actual boss or these enemies, or timing it with them, you have that whole time of leeway. So even if the boss tries to delay their hit, well, guess what? Jianxin just holds it. Whenever it happens, boom, you get that little bit of damage there. So many really cool things that you can do, especially with looking at how you can abuse that parry window with Jianxin with her ultimate, allowing us to get multiple parries off because of how fast it hits. And not only that, it also being a grouping monster when it comes to the overall, which is overall helping you out in Wuthering Waves as you play the game. So she's overall a really good pick in the banner when it comes to either the selector, the other selector that we have for free, and also the random 5-star you might get. So if you're wondering how to build her, for the most part, we are going to be looking at the gauntlets. The 5-star gauntlets are by far for sure one of the best that you can give her. Probably her best in slot at the current moment. We might see some better ones in the future. If not, I did use these hollow mirages because this does give the resonance liberation. It gives you a little bit of attack and defense with it, which is going to overall help her just a little bit more when it comes to having that extra bit of stat boost. Plus, it's an attack scaling gauntlet, so this is all that we could kind of muster. I don't think there's anything else that's super crazy with it. The energy regen could be cool if you want to really spam ults, but since I want to make my Jianxin a little bit hit harder and make her do a little bit more damage, I decided to go for the gauntlets for Hollow Mirage, and then boosted her up to the Abyss Surges when I ended up getting that weapon. When it comes to the echoes, you for sure want to go ahead and run something similar to what my Jian has at the current moment, which is the Falayan Baringo Bunky, which is the boss at the bottom of the map. You want to go ahead and get him with crit rate because we already spawned in with 150% crit damage. So you want to kind of go forward and try to get as much crit rate as possible. You want to go ahead and get the arrow damage cost 3s, and that's usually the loadout that you want to run with these units, which is 4 3 3 1 1. And you want to have crit rate on the 4, you want to have arrow damages on the +3s or the cost 3s, and then you also want to have the attack percentage on these two as well, with as much crit rate and crit damage that you can possibly get, and also having the energy regen on top of it if you can get it as a substat. At the current moment, that is my current build with Jian, and that's something what I want to replicate with Jianxin if possible. But yes, Jianxin is a monster. She is a really good character and super strong. You for sure want to try and level up the Forte circuit as much as possible, because this is what's going to be giving you not only the damage that you're going to be getting as the ticks go by, but you also will be getting the shield healing increase as well, and also the shield multiplier on this for the most part. Really good things coming out of Jianxin, and she is by far going to make this game so much easier, so much faster, and making it so that you don't have to stress as much when going overworld, not having a healer, and also just straight up abusing the mechanics that we have with her ultimate and her parry window, making her invulnerable for all the bosses that we have at the current moment. So other than that, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think about Jianxin. She looks to be like such amazing character. I can't wait to get more characters that kind of mesh with her, and if I find any cool synergies, which there are a couple, especially with her and Mortefi, which I actually want to show really quickly just to show you how that works out, which is actually a really cool team. It's actually super cool to see their ults back to back and see how they kind of mesh together. So Mortefi does have his actual ult up, so we're gonna go ahead and try to build up Jianxin's really quickly, and then I'm gonna show y'all how that synergy works, which is super cool. I kind of want to get hit, but it looks like that wasn't the case. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and use Mortefi's ult, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use Jianxin, and look what happens here. Because she is considered having a heavy attack, Mortefi is spamming those rockets, and you can see we got a crap ton of damage from that. Like, holy crap, is she so cool. And the synergy that she can get because of her heavy attack, you 100% want to see if you can get some boost for that on your echoes. But other than that, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. Let me know what you think about Jianxin. Let me know if you're going to build her now, because of how cool she is and what you can do with her. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one, and peace.